Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Football Manager 2016 Rags to Riches with Basingstoke. As you can see, we had a pretty good season overall. We finished strong, but I have to say first, this is the last episode of this series. Football Manager 2017 is coming out. No guarantees there will be a series for that, but this will be the last of the Basingstoke's Rags to Riches series, as we have definitely achieved the Rags to Riches scenario. So first off, the league. We finished the season in 4th, losing out on goal difference to Chelsea, who finished 3rd, and just edging Manchester City with 2 points. And those 2 points came in at the very last match. Let me break it down for you guys. So we look at the second half of the season here. It was hectic, it was amazing, and it was intense. It was very intense. The very last match we played was against Sheffield Wednesday, and we beat them 2-1. But Manchester City actually tied in their match, believe it or not, against Stoke, who's in 19th. Now, we struggled against Sheffield Wednesday. They put up quite a fight. But the fact that Manchester City had a draw with Stoke, who's just barely higher than them, that's the one thing we needed to really pop up one more place. Now, if Chelsea had struggled in their match against Norwich, if they had a draw or a loss against Norwich, we could have finished 3rd. But unfortunately, we were not that lucky, so we ended up finishing 4th. And 4th is not bad. 4th is nothing to complain about. 4th is $49 million in the prize pool there for us, specifically. So, I am happy with 4th. It means we get to the European Champions Cup. It means we get bigger sponsors, we get more TV games, and it's just more money. The riches come to us as we are now in 4th. And that'll be fantastic. But all in all, this season, we actually, as of the 2nd of June, we have lost $1.5 million, which is kind of funny and doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. This past season, we made a profit of about $60 million, so that's cool. I'm super happy about that. No taxable profit, though, is the official records. No taxable profit. So we did well, though. We made a profit of $60 million, and then a lot of that was reinvested back in the club. We actually just the board dropped about $8 million to improve our youth and training facilities, so I'm super happy about that. By the end of June, we'll have our new field. We'll have a new place to play, a new place to call home, and that should be exciting as well. But by and large, there's not a whole lot more to talk about finance-wise. The top jersey sales were coming from Aguirre, actually. Daniel Aguirre sold the most jerseys out of any player. He also won Fan Player of the Year, fantastically, beating out Carvalho and Diallo. 2 and 3 there. He got 37, Carvalho got 26, and Diallo with 23. And Aguirre getting the highest in the jersey sales, followed closely by Masaki Endo, one of our Japanese superstars, someone that is just at 24. He has 63 caps for Japan. He plays for Japan all the time. And Masaki Endo sold 2. Carvalho coming in at 3rd. And then Diallo at 4th, and Sakai, our goalkeeper, actually, at 5th, surprisingly. I was not expecting Takahito to get in there. Diallo I was. Diallo has been fantastic for us. He is, in my opinion, the MVP of the whole team for this past season. He's the fan signing of the season. He's the young player of the season. But the player of the season went to Aguirre, as Aguirre was... he contributed a lot. He did not have the highest rating. That went to Diallo. But Aguirre contributed 21 of our goals. Now, mind you, we finished with the 2nd best offense in the entire league. We smashed goals into the back of the net on a regular basis. 69 goals from 38 games is almost an average of 2 goals per game. That's huge. Unfortunately, our defense was garbage. We really need to improve our defensive efforts. And that's not helped in the fact that we have the 3rd highest yellow cards. A very abrasive defense, a very active defense, but not a very good one, at finishing only in 10th. Really bad for a 4th place finish to have the 10th best defense. But our offense counted when it needed to. Some of the more exciting matches that happened in the second half of the season was actually the FA Cup. By and large, we also did get the chance to beat Barca in a friendly, so that was fun. But this was probably the match to remember, is our Sunderland penalty win in the FA Cup semifinal. This penalty win was nail-biting. It went to the 6th penalty taker, and we ended up going down 3-0 on penalties. And then we came back to win 4-3. Or was it 2-0? 3-1? Something like that. We ended up winning in penalties 4-3 on the 6th penalty taker. After, like, being way behind. So that was probably, like, the most nail-biting, most epic moment was this FA Cup semifinal. And then, of course, we had some good matches. We managed to draw Liverpool. We managed to draw Chelsea. Both of those being very important draws. Especially after we lost to Man United and we lost to Arsenal. Speaking of which, Arsenal, of course, winning the title by 1 point, just getting through there. If you actually look at it, that's the first time Arsenal's won it since the 2020-2021 season. Man United's even longer. They had it for a really long time, and they lost it there at the very end. Chelsea tried to get up there, but they fell flat on their face late in the season. Especially after Arsenal hammered Chelsea in a 5-1 with Arsenal winning. That really kind of crushed Chelsea, and they didn't recover. That was like game 34-ish, and Chelsea just did not recover. They got a lot of draws after that. They were in a really bad state mentally, and they just weren't able to draw it out. So Chelsea definitely suffered there. But the team has done phenomenally. Again, I say Player of the Year, Bryce Diallo. Honestly, in my opinion, Bryce Diallo is really the keystone of our offense. He is the one person I really don't want to leave out of any game. Sometimes I have to. You know, he needs rest every once in a while. But he's the one guy I do not want to have left out of any game whatsoever is Bryce Diallo. He's too good. He is too good. Carvalho is in that same boat. Carvalho, Diallo, Aguier, and Lamela make the core of our offense. And what a great offense they were. Nokuri has to move on. He didn't feel like he got enough game time here, even though he got 23 starts. I mean, that's better than Piero. That's better than a lot of other people. Even Palacios, who plays the same position, got much fewer starts than Nokuri did. Nokuri's like, you know, I want to play more. And it's like, I can't play you more. I'm trying to rotate so everyone gets a game every now and again. He's like, that's not good enough. And it's like, okay, we'll sell you because you're a good player. I'm happy to have you on the team. You're better than Palacios, which is why you played more than Palacios. But if you want to play more, I can't play you more. That's 23 starts. That's a significant amount of games, and it wasn't enough for him. So he's going to leave over the summer, most likely. And hopefully we'll get a decent price out of him. There's a couple people that want him. Crystal Palace, Watford, Newcastle. So we'll see what happens. Aside from that, I won't be too busy in the transfer market. I'm just looking to strengthen my defense. I mean, the defender centers do a great job. The weakness is still and always has been our limited fullbacks. No matter who we put back there, they always perform horribly. And I've tried tweaking the tactics. I've tried tweaking the players. We just haven't been able to get someone to really work in that position for a very long time. And that's very frustrating because I've even tried to pick up a solid player here. You know, 6.93, 6.92. It's like, yeah, he's a pretty good player. But no way. It's Jonathan Silva. We just could not get him to do his job well. Corchia did okay. But Silva, no way. Subotic is retiring. We're going to let him retire. Not a big deal. I honestly believe that Chris Smalling should retire as well. He's not that useful to the team, all in all. Like, he's not bad, but he's not great. Anyways, all that put aside, we had a great financial year. We're in the European Champions Cup for next year, which means we officially hit the riches. We finished top 4. Granted, it's only the qualifying places. We don't immediately go into the group stage. We're in the best placed playoff, as it were. But that's fine. You know, we've done what we need to do. And I'm super happy about that. Unfortunately, Leicester, Stoke, and Sheffield Wednesday all getting relegated. Someone has to be, you know? Someone has to be. Let's go and jump through all the divisions real quick. So, in the championship. Oh, we haven't actually played through all the when's your match? Via Sheffield United. When's your match? Figured you guys would have already played by now. 2nd of June. Literally today. Fine. Go play today. Go play your match. We need to have some sort of news. Who's coming up next year? We need to know. Oy, oy, oy. There we go. Oh, we got a whole bunch of information going by. Oh, geez. Okay. Anyways, Premier Division. So, championship. Sheffield United won on penalties. Coming up with Tottenham, Newcastle. Those are teams you'd expect to be in there. Villa surprisingly losing out there, as well as Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace less surprising. Definitely Villa losing out is surprising. Peterborough, Reading, Cardiff all going down. In League 1, Preston won. Going up with Fulham and Colchester. That'll be fun. Newport County, Southend, Yaleville, and Oxford all going down. In League 2. Seriously, why have you guys not all played yet? They should have been done by now. You play today. Dover winning League 2, actually. They did a very good job this season. The players we keep sending down to them seem to be doing a fantastic job. So I'm really happy that we're able to help Dover rise through the leagues quickly by giving them players for free that are good enough to dominate the level that they're being played at. Eric Beeftink being one of the top players for them. Okay, now, is everybody happy? Everyone all nice and qualified? All right, Plymouth beating out Oldham there, going up with Exeter and Mansfield going down. Blackpool, Morecambe. Okay, in the VNL, Stockport beats Salford. Salford, a surprise, actually. I was not expecting Salford to show up there. Going up with Stockport is, of course, Carlisle. And then we have Grimsby, Gainsborough, FC, Halifax, and St. Albans all going down. In the north, Solihull Moors going up with Boston United, and Kidderminster, Cambridge C, and Workington all going down. Wow. Wow, Workington and Cambridge C having a really bad time. And then in the south, Dartford going up with Aldershot. And down is Eastlake, Chelmsford, and Enfield Town. And the FA Cup, that was already spoiled in our list. We lost out to Arsenal 2-1. It was a good match. It was a clean match. They won in full time. It was gut-wrenching. We scored the first goal, and Arsenal came back to score 2 on us. It really sucked. I'm very disappointed that we weren't able to win. But I'm happy we made it to the final. I am. I'm disappointed we weren't able to win. But congrats to Arsenal. They did the double. They fully deserved it, absolutely. They won the Premiership title. Who better to win the FA Cup than the person who won the Premier League? So, Congratulations to them. I'm just a little sad. I would have liked to win it, but can't have everything now, can we? In the Capital One Cup, the Wolves managed to beat Arsenal, actually. That was quite the upset. Congratulations to the Wolves. They will end up being in the Euro Cup next season because of their performance in the Capital One Cup. In the Community Shield, that went to Chelsea over Manchester City. Manchester City not having a very good season. The John Stones Paint Trophy goes to Dover, beating out Accrington Stanley. Congratulations to Dover for that, doing the double as well. They're now a League One side, so I suppose it does make sense. A League One team won the John Stones Paint Trophy final, although they were League Two at the time. Congratulations to them. FA Trophy goes to Carlisle, beating out Aldershot. Carlisle doing the double as well. Congratulations to them. Let's go ahead and jump over Euro Cup. Just the Euro Cup. We have Dynapro out of nowhere beating Valencia. Ukraine, strong and proud. My goodness. In fact, Dynamo Kiev back here as well. Also Ukrainian. Ukraine really coming in strong here in the Euro Cup. Where's an English team? Right there. Southampton lost to Valencia. Ooh, that's embarrassing. Dynapro actually beat Bayern. Wow, that's crazy. In the quarters, Stoke was knocked out. Stoke had an awful season, so that's not unexpected. The second knockout round, I don't see any new ones. First knockout round, so there's Stoke and Southampton and Swansea. There we go. Swansea actually losing to Dynapro. So, I mean, hey, if you're going to lose to the people who win, right? They only won on away goals, so that's a very sketchy win, but they did it. Congratulations to Dynapro. Let's go to the Super Cup. Chelsea beat OM. Congratulations to Chelsea. And then the European Champions Cup. The big winner is Juventus, getting their first win since 1996 in the European Champions Cup. Congratulations to them. They beat reigning champions Chelsea, who obviously are filling up the past winners list. Juventus picking up that win. Chelsea with a solid second. In the semis, PSG lost out to Chelsea. Fair, fair. In the quarters, Real Madrid lost to PSG. First knockout round, Manchester City lost in the first knockout round. To be fair, they lost to Real Madrid. That's a respectable loss. Man United almost won the Premier Division, and they lost to AS Monaco. That looks awful, you know. But, to be fair, Chelsea got third in the Premier Division, and they made it to the finals, so it all works out. SLB taking out Barca. Wow. That is in 5-4. Holy cow. Well done, SLB. That's not something you'd expect. Jeez. In fact, speaking of Barca, how did the Liga BBVA finish? Barca wins, beating out Real Madrid 94-91 in points. 2 in a row for Barca. Well done on that front. Interesting. German First Division. If we go to Germany, and we go to Bayern, and we go to First Division, Freiburg won the playoff for whatever that was for. And then Wolfsburg winning the title. Leverkusen winning the past 3, only finishing 5th this year. That's rough for them. Bayern picking up 2nd. Not great, but they'll have to do. Dortmund doing a decent job. Stuttgart, Gelsenkirchen, and RBL all getting something important out of that. The Nuremberg actually lost. Wow, Nuremberg. We've purchased some players from Nuremberg and from Frankfurt. I hope we didn't weaken Nuremberg too much there. My goodness. We have, in fact, purchased players from them, but that's okay. That was this season, I believe. In fact, we can just check transfer history. This is all the transfers we've done, big and small. All the transfers we've done, all the big ones, that matter. They're here, and you can see them all. So, again, Bryce Diallo being our biggest, most impressive, and best purchase. Guy Doumbia, an okay purchase as well. Juan Carlos Amodio for $5 million. He's done a great job. And Bettinelli's been a nice, solid backup goalkeeper. I've really appreciated that. So, anyways, that's pretty much everything that we need to cover here. We've had a great season. We've had a great run. But the series has to come to an end eventually, and that time is now. We made it to the Riches. We made it to the European Champions Cup, and I'm happy with that. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for coming with me on this very interesting journey. Again, we took Basingstoke from rags to riches. The real-life Basingstoke was unfortunately relegated out of Football Manager, at least as a playable team. So, at least in this version, in 2024, they're in the Premier Division. Although, you know, that might be AFC Wimbledon. They got promoted to League One. You know, in 2024, they might be in the Premier Division. We'll see. I mean, they're doing some good stuff over there at AFC Wimbledon. I have not actually kept up. Leicester won the title. I've not actually kept up with how they're doing, whether or not they're defending their title successfully. I would assume not, as they're not the wealthiest team in the world. But, you know, here's hoping they can do something great. It was a one-off, but good luck to them anyways. So, one last bit. We're in the Olympics, Costa Rica under-23s. We're in Group B. And we're against Germany, New Zealand, and South Africa. So this would be an interesting Olympic Games of 2024. Hopefully we would do okay. There's not a lot I can pull from here, as Costa Rica is not the best nation in the world, especially paired up against Germany. That won't go beautifully, but we'll try our best. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. Subscribe to the series if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel as well. Share it with your friends. Best thing you can do for the channel is to share the video on Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. Tell people about it. That's the absolute best thing you can do for the channel. But I do have to say thank you to my Patreon supporters. There are 2 of you now, so that's awesome. Thank you to both of you. Unfortunately, if you are watching this to the very end, again, thank you for listening. I recorded RimWorld before I was able to add in both of your names, so apologies, but your names will not be in the RimWorld series. But I can add the new guy to the XCOM series, so there's that. Anyways, again, thanks for watching. Thanks to the Patreon supporters. Patreon links in the description down below if you guys want to support the channel. Thank you to anyone who watches the ads as well. It's a great way to support the channel. If you don't want to do anything on Patreon, you can always watch the ads, and that helps support the channel as well. And I will not see you guys next time with more Basingstoke Rags to Riches. We have done what we need to do. We've had a great season overall. We've done well, and it was fun. But I'm looking forward to Football Manager 2017. I am stoked to see what will happen. All the new changes, all the new updates to the players and all that. I think it'll be a good time. Anyways, again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all in the future with another series down the road. So, don't forget to be awesome. And that is to say, DFTBA.